Welcome, Bobcat Nation, to our latest edition of our Coach's Corner. And with me is still head coach Jesse Skiles of the cross country teams, but we need to call it Assistant Sports Information Director Corner as well. And that's kind of why we're here. Jesse's had a lot of transition going on over the summer. Some of it's been put up on our website in releases, but we thought we'd actually go straight to the man here in case some of you wonder what's been going on. And let's just go back to May. Right outside of the gymnasium here, your men and women won the MEC track and field titles. Right after that, you announced your retirement from coaching the track and field teams, and I'll just let you kind of talk a little bit about that 2-day, well, really is a whole weekend type of process.
Well, I've been 25 years here, and we've been really blessed with the teams we've had. And last spring were two very special teams, and the women came. I think we were ranked 9th in the region. The women was 6th, and being able to knock them off. And the men, just a dominant senior class, great bunch of guys, and was really proud of what they did. And it was the right time, and still being able to help out the department and doing. With Coach Lopez being who they hired, it's somebody from within the family. The entire staff is from within the family, and it will be able to transition him into eventually being able to take over the whole thing. And he's going to be working with us in cross as well. And I'm excited about this phase of life.
Let's just go ahead and put this out here because I know it's kind of lingered a little bit. This wasn't the college pushing you out. This wasn't anything like that. This has been something that's been in the works for a couple years for you to kind of make a transition from coaching to more of an administrative role. So just for those that have heard the rumors or something like that, the college forced you out or something like that. That wasn't the case, and I know that's out there a little bit, and that's one reason why we kind of wanted to talk to you. It wasn't anything of that nature. It was something that's been in the works, I know, for a couple of years.
Yeah, I've answered that question in like different places. I said no, that's not the situation at all. I got a new grandbaby. She's not new now. She's 1. And
and your son is now attending Wesleyan.
My son's attending here, and so I'm, so I still wanted to definitely be at Wesleyan and be here with him. And real proud of him and what he's doing, and proud of my daughter as a new mother. But it's like in 16 years and 4 months, I'm going to be 70 years old. That's what hits me. And I'm thinking, as a college coach and in different professions, you just bury into that job and you miss so much life. It's almost you become institutionalized, and it just reached a point where I want to do things with my kids and this grandbaby, and and being able to transition and play these roles that I'm playing now, I think is going to allow me to do more of that, and I'm very excited for that.
And I'm not going to pick on another team, but I mean, if you just look at basketball, they may have 18 student athletes, 20 student athletes. When you're the head coach of the track and field team, you had, 120?
And we ended with 142.
Okay, so almost 150, and it's just the sheer volume of that. You've got a bunch of great student athletes on your track and field team. There's no doubt about that, and the GPA bears that out. But just dealing with that many people, it is difficult on a daily basis when you've got to be, cognizant of all the things that they need, not only as a student but as an athlete.
Well, there is no off season. I mean, you go through your cross country season, into your indoor and into the outdoor, and there are no weekends. I mean, you might get a random one here and there where you can do it or fit it in. Usually, you need to be out recruiting or seeing a high school meet if you're free. And some of those track meets, and that's something the sport may need to address, but there's these long 3-day meets with 40 and 50 teams, and you got to be there at 8 in the morning, for field events, and the trials will start, and a lot of times you don't leave till midnight.
I was gonna say, how many times have we contacted each other, and you were on the road at 1 in the morning,
and then you got to go back and do it the next morning, and then you got workouts, lifting and everything starting Monday morning. So even if you get in, middle of the night on Saturday night, usually Sunday is spent working results and workouts, and Monday morning, and it just goes, and it's hard to it's hard for people to understand it, but it just wipes you out. It just wipes you out. But it's been many great memories and many blessings, and we'll see what Coach Lopetz's hair looks like here in about 5 years. So.
Well, like I said, I want everyone to know, it wasn't an easy decision. I know it's been a passion, for most of your life, but like you said, there just comes a point where other things become more important and you just have to take that step back. So
I want to give, props to Wesleyan for helping with the transition, making it happen, getting me hooked up with you with this job, and, allowing me to still, be in cross country and help Josh do this transition. I just really want to give thanks for the way it went down. Coach Tenney was a big proponent in helping me stay on and still be employed here and not be the track coach.
Right. So for those that are not aware, Jesse will be the Assistant Sports Information Director now. That is a new role that you're going to be taking on. It's not something you're not really unfamiliar with, as many of your years of writing for the local papers. You're certainly going to be a huge asset for our office, and I'm certainly glad and welcome you to our side of the athletic department. So, well,
I appreciate. I'm like I said, I'm not a big tech guy. You've helped me. Keenan's been helping me with things, and it's. But the writing part, I love to write, and especially features. I want to dive into features, and everybody has a story.
Exactly.
And that's one of my favorite things in life, is to sit down with somebody and listen to where they came from, and what they're doing, what their dreams are, and put that into a story. And hopefully I'll be able to do that for a lot of our student athletes here and help you in that regard.
And one of the things when I interview the students or just talk to them, one of the things I like to know, where are you from and how did you get to Buchanan? So everyone's got a story, and I love Buchanan, but it's not exactly a destination point, but for them to spend 4 years in Buchanan and at Wesleyan, it's always interesting to see how our student athletes got here. Like I said, we're definitely so happy to have you in the Sports Information Director's office. As we move forward throughout the year, Jesse's going to be taking my seat and doing some of the coaches' corners. I know you're excited for that. So pay attention for that. Jesse will be making his debut on the coaches' corners. But going back to you also are kind of the game day administrator. Not only are you in my office, but you're also, kind of Randy's second-hand man there when it comes to game day operations, football. You kind of took care of that last year with the track and field team helping out. But, you've got you still got a lot on your plate, even though it's not coaching right now.
I do, and it's the thing is, where I'm not a big tech guy, I think like I said, you all been helping me with these rosters, and I'm trying to get on board with that. And we're going to have a couple pretty decent cross country teams this fall. So.
Well, that was going to be my transition. You're still the head cross country coach. That is a job that you still have.
Yeah, and I wanted to do some history things. Really, I've talked to Brett Miller and Paul McGrew, and really.
Brett's our historian here at Wesleyan.
Yeah, phenomenal work that he does, and that Paula does, and I'm excited to do some of that and get into that.
Okay. Cross country, it's coming here soon. You got a home meet this year, the Route 33 Cup. I know we kind of brought you here to talk about your transition, but I can't let you go without at least talking about your home opener with Davis and Elkins in Glenville.
Well, the big thing is that that cross country course was we ran out there from 1990
at the Buchanan Alliance Church.
Alliance Church from 1992 to 2008. This will be the first meet out there in 9 years, because the church sold the property across the creek, but in the format we're doing it, it's going to be a looping course around the softball field and the pavilion. It'll be a great spectator course, and
it was always a great location to watch a race.
Well, I got two of my former assistants at Glenville, two of my former assistants at D&E. We're all friends, and we wanted to do a 33 Cup for the sport. That's going to be, between the three schools every year. We have a nice big Stanley Cup type of trophy that's going to go to the winning school. Scored co-ed. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So, well, that's fantastic. And like I said, for those that were kind of maybe wondering what was going on, maybe didn't see the releases or needed some blanks filled in, hopefully we took care of that. So again, welcome to the SID office. I know we're going to keep you busy, so don't think that.
I've heard so many rumors this summer. I feel like Donald Trump.
Well, we hope your approval rating is higher than that, but we don't want to talk politics. So. But Jesse, thanks for being here. I look forward to working with you in much more detail this fall, and thanks for being here.
All right, thanks a bunch.
All right, Bobcat Nation. Until next time, thank you for viewing.